Guys, I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, listen, I want to talk about a story I seen this morning that is straight out of a horror movie. And this is one of those things, man, you know, if you're dealing with a loser and you're not in good shape in life yourself, you got to get out. You got to get away from people that don't make your situation better. And you can't be running behind a man that does not lead, and all he does is just cause more turmoil in your life. When somebody comes in your life, they should be your better half or a compliment to you, not a compliment to your misery. This guy right here that you see on TV, that you see up here, his name is Joseph Jorgensen. He's 40 years old, and he's from Maplewood, Minnesota. This guy's in jail right now on a whole bunch of murder charges. Well, I'm not gonna say a whole bunch, 2 murder charges. Ladies and gentlemen, what this guy did is unfathomable. See these 2 women up here? The dark-haired girl is Fanta Zayavon, 33 years old. She's gone. The other girl is also gone. Her name is Mana J, or they call her Manny Starring. She's 34 years old. She's also no longer with us. May they both rest in peace. Ladies and gentlemen, these people were found in a storage locker container owned by this guy right here, Mr. Jorgensen, dismembered. Both of these women had relationships with him at 2 different times. And this is hard to believe. Take a look at this.
Pleas tonight in the murder of 2 women. Both of their bodies were found in pieces at separate storage facilities.
In a St. Paul courtroom today, Joseph Jorgensen admitted to being in relationships with the women at separate times and killing both of them. And as Callan Gray reports, Jorgensen went into great detail about what he did.
A 34-year-old devoted mother of 3, described as a bright light by those who knew her, went missing in April 2023. Mana J. Storeen's dismembered body later located by investigators in a storage unit in Woodbury.
She is the last person that this should have ever happened to.
Police arrested Joseph Jorgensen that June and warned he could be connected to another missing mother, 33-year-old Fanta Zayavon, who vanished in 2021.
To put it bluntly, we're concerned for her safety also.
On Thursday, Jorgensen pleaded guilty to intentional second-degree murder for both women's deaths. It was his first appearance in connection with Zayavon's killing. Investigators say in the criminal complaint they were tipped off that he was the last person Zayavon was seen with. Jorgensen told court officials they were living together in a Shoreview townhome in 2021, and he began beating Zayavon during an argument. At one point, he said he checked her vitals and realized she was dead. He said, quote, "I felt bad about it immediately afterward, but it was my intent at the time to kill her." Jorgensen admitted he attempted to dismember her and moved her remains to a Coon Rapids storage unit. Investigators say her hands were bound behind her back. Jorgensen also admitted in the spring of 2023, he and Storeen got into an argument and she asked him to leave her apartment. He told the court he choked her until she died and admitted he was trying to kill her. He said he dismembered her body with a razor blade. Jorgensen faces 2 concurrent 40-year sentences as part of the plea agreement. Ramsey County Attorney John Choi saying these heinous acts of cruelty took the lives of 2 young women and forever altered the future of their friends and family.
His sentencing is scheduled for February 28th. Violence Free Minnesota is also responding tonight, saying the details revealed in court illustrate the risk that domestic violence victims and survivors can experience in abusive relationships. They say both of them should still be here.
You know what? You're right, ma'am. Just like they said, they both should still be here, and this fucktard should not. I don't know why they give him a guilty plea when they know he did it. He signed 2 pleas of murder with intent. Told the whole speech, spilled it out. Yeah, one girl, I dismember both. I cut one body apart with a razor blade. Do you know how long and tedious and grotesque that is? Think about that. That's nasty. A warm body tendons fresh, everything. He cut this woman apart with a razor blade. Do you know how long that would take? How much blood that is? How nasty that is? Savage. Savage, I'm gonna show you something. I'm looking at this law and crime thing, right? Now it's saying he could face up to 40 years for each count. So the maximum sentence is 80 years in jail. That is not fucking justice. And I'm gonna tell you why. These people died in horrific ways. They died in horrific ways. This guy was a mental manipulator as well as a physical abuser. And I can show that to you too in a second. You know what I'm saying? This guy killed them and then said, yeah, for both times, when he beat the girl up, he beat them both up. I intended to kill him, but I still felt bad. But you intended to kill him. They're gone. Yet you get to live the rest of your life watching your favorite shows, building a routine, getting acclimated to prison, living the rest of your life out in peace, under incarceration, whereas these women are gone in a grueling, brutal way. How is that justice? Seriously. He'll go to court, the family will look at him, say, impact statements and say all that stuff. Water off the duck's back, because he'll never see him again once he goes behind those walls and his life starts again. It's like being born again in prison. See the game they play? Fuck this bullshit incarceration. Stop locking motherfuckers up that's killing people. Stop. Stop. Yo, the whole justice system, it needs an overhaul. If Americans don't see this shit, man, come on. Fathers, they have fathers. You think that's justice? No, it's not. Look at this. Look at this. It is a case. This is law and crime. I want you to hear this. It is a case that isn't for the faint of heart. A probable cause affidavit details the disturbing killing that came to light on May 1st when Starrin's father reported her missing to the St. Paul Police Department after not hearing from her on April 21st. He told police she struggled with drug addiction and mental health. This is Starrin, right? The dark-haired one. Says she struggled with drug addiction and mental health issues and was supposed to go into a drug rehab center but never showed up. He said she seemed paranoid and afraid of a boyfriend named Joe, who once wrapped the rope around her neck when things got out of hand and she ran from the apartment, court documents said. Police found evidence in Starrin's apartment of someone seriously injured or killed and an apparent attempt by someone to clean up the blood, the complaint said. In her apartment, this is the dark-haired girl, y'all, Starrin. In her apartment, crime scene technicians found large amounts of blood in the living room, primarily on the couch, the floor of the living room, and the kitchen. A bedroom window screen was on the floor and a TV screen was cracked, and the glass in the microwave was broken. The bed sheet on her bed was partially removed, and a foam pad on the top of the mattress had a large hole cut and removed from it. There were red stains at the foot of the bed, the affidavit said. Police found surveillance video showing her and Jorgensen outside Starrin's, Police found video showing her and Jorgensen outside Starrin's apartment on April 21st. The video showed her running from her apartment and Jorgensen catching up to her, grabbing her, pushing her back in the apartment, the court documents said. Jorgensen is the only one that comes out of the unit, and Manny is never seen again. St. Paul Sergeant Mike Ernster said in a news conference on Friday he did not report her missing to police. Instead, he just went on with his life without saying anything to anyone. Based on video surveillance, apartment management estimated the suspect accessed her apartment 28 times. Police tracked his phone, his Facebook history, noting that in the affidavit, a post on April 5th in which he allegedly threatened her in a typo-laden message that read, "And you owe me too because you called the cops on me 2 times. Very clear, I was of that being punishable by hanging. I'm giving you this plea bargain opportunity. Jorgensen later sent another message reading, hope you die of a kidney infection, you bitch, terrible fucking mother. When a SWAT team raided his apartment on Monday, police said he barricaded himself inside. He allegedly started a fire, fought with officers, tried to disarm them before he was arrested. He faces separate charges for arson, threats of violence, disarming an officer from that incident, records show. A woman that was at the apartment during the police search says she had multiple bruises and scratches and her neck was red. She told investigators Jorgensen had choked and threatened to kill her, telling her something like, the neighbors won't hear you scream, she said, according to the affidavit. Jesus Christ. Listen, look at this part. Once they're at the storage unit, investigators smelled a strong odor consistent of decomposing flesh outside the storage unit. Inside, authorities said they found a green tote with cleaning supplies, a large cooler wrapped in plastic, a blue duffel bag, and a small carry-on size suitcase. The coolers and bag had a strong smell of decomposing flesh. Using an x-ray machine, they didn't even open this stuff up, guys. Using an x-ray machine, investigators found the coolers contained a human body. A torso appeared to be in the large cooler, pulled from the unit. The complaint said the arms and legs appeared to be in a large bag, and a head was in a smaller cooler removed from the unit. Affidavit details the findings. The torso was extensively wrapped in saran wrap, placed in multiple layers of bags. The next set of remains removed was the head, which was also wrapped in multiple layers of saran wrap and bags. The third set of remains was then removed from the duffel bag. The remains consisting of 2 arms, 2 thighs, and remaining parts of legs and feet were also wrapped in a large amount of saran wrap. Great care had been taken to wrap the remains. It took an extensive amount of time for the medical examiner to just remove the remains of their wrappings. The medical examiner had to use tattoos and dental records to confirm their identity. Jesus Christ, man. I don't want to read all of this, but I do want to say this. This girl, Fanta Zayabon, right? And this story over here, it's another story right here. It says this about her. It said investigators also spoke to a neighbor of Starrin's who would tell, not Starrin. Let me see if I can find this real quick. If I can't find it, we'll skip it. Let me see. It's basically what it said, guys, was here it is. A friend said Zayabon struggled with drug addiction and attempted to get herself into a rehab, but Jorgensen threatened to kill her. So she was trying to get off the drugs. He threatened to kill her if she went to a rehab to make herself better. See the game? Why is he alive? That's the worst kind of human being. Mental and abusive. He told her, because she called the cops on him twice, that's a punishable offense of being hung. That's why he was trying to choke her with the thing when she ran out the apartment. 2 women, both of them beat up. Down here, if you look, it says investigators also spoke to a neighbor of Starnes who told them she had been seen with a black eye and red marks around her neck. When the neighbor offered to call police, Starnes said it would just make things worse. About 2 weeks before she went missing, police said Jorgensen also sent Starnes a message saying, oh, we already seen that. But anyway, you understand what I'm saying? Certified lunatic, maniac. He on drugs, they on drugs, he living with them. They trying to get clean and get rid of him. He kills them. Beats him to death. You cut somebody up with a razor blade. I've never heard that in my life. I've never heard that in my life. Either way, man, it's maniacs out here. And this type of person should not be in prison. Prison ain't for this. It's not. Prison, in my opinion, is for people that steal and do stuff like that. You give them extended amount of time. Okay, think about it now. You won't steal no more. If you steal again, that's, you know, that can be reformed. Learning not to touch something that ain't yours. But this type of shit, mental suffering, physical suffering, whether it's a man or woman, that's demented and it's devilishment. This guy right here is an abuser and a user. He'll use you till you use you up. Like I told you, don't let people run over you. And if you're a young person, don't let nobody make you submit to peer pressure. People will use you till they use you up. If they discover what your thumbnail is, your thumb screw is, meaning what aggravates you, they'll keep doing it. Because if they can aggravate you, they can what? Control you. Gotta be careful out here. This is a sad, sad story, and I took too long with it, but it's just fucked up that people like this exist, and they're allowed to exist after they get caught doing some of the most heinous stuff to people that didn't deserve it, regardless of the situation they were in. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. May these two people rest in peace, and this dude right here need to be set on fire. I'm out.